Danger in the Dakotas. The Dakota Access Pipeline, an oil pipeline that will span over 1,200 miles, is being managed by Sunoco Logistics, Energy Transfer, and Phillips 66. Sunoco Logistics has had a pretty good amount of spills. They have had over 200 spills since 2010, which is more than all of their competitors. If this pipeline spills, the Standing Rock Sioux, who isn't even benefiting from the oil, will be impacted. If they are not willing to invest extra money for a trustworthy management company, then they should not go through it. Although the pipeline will be beneficial to some, it is risky and should not be built. The Dakota Access Pipeline will cost about $3.78 billion and will create 8,000 to 12,000 jobs. Energy Transfer will lose $85 million every month the construction is delayed. The idea of the pipeline was announced to the public June 25, 2014. The project was planned to be completed by January 1, 2017. The oil will be coming from the Bacon Shale Oil Reserve. This oil field extends into parts of Montana, North Dakota, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba, and is one of the largest oil fields in North America. There is an estimated 7.4 billion gallons of undiscovered crude oil in the Bacon Shale. The pipeline goes under Standing Rock Sioux religious sites and their main water source. The natives believe that the pipeline goes under sacred land and that non-natives are overlooking their religion. Many of the protesters at the site believe that they are protesting an environmental issue. In a sense, that is true. The natives don't see it that way. They see this as a religious issue. Imagine, he said, if the pipeline was being built in Bethlehem, underneath Jerusalem, or a similar holy site. That's how this is viewed by the people here, Pivar said. White people, unfortunately, don't share those views. They don't recognize the religious significance of these locations. They believe that white Americans are too focused on the environment to see that this is deeper. The white Americans are overlooking them and their religion. The effects of a spill would be catastrophic. The pipeline travels under the Missouri River. The river is the main source of drinking water for the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. A spill will contaminate their water with oil that, if not stopped quickly, would have a huge effect on the tribe's health and well-being. The amount of oil that would be dumped into the river in the case of a spill would be immense. At max capacity, the pipeline will carry 570,000 barrels of oil a day. A barrel of oil is about 42 liquid gallons. This means that in the case of a spill, 16,625 gallons of oil will be dumped into the river per minute. If it takes 20 minutes for the flow to be stopped, then over 300,000 gallons will have been spilled. If that were to happen, we would be looking at a spill worse than the Kalamazoo River spill. Energy Transfer has already rerouted the pipeline. The original route had the pipe going north of Bismarck until concerns of a spill forced Energy Transfer to move the pipeline south of Bismarck. Now, when the Native Americans have the same concerns, their reroute proposal is denied. This is a huge insult to the Standing Rock Sioux. The pipeline was moved around a white city. Now, facing the same problem, the non-white Native Americans are being denied. They are being overlooked. After months of protests, the pipeline has been given the green light to continue with construction. On January 24th, President Trump approved the construction of the pipeline. This was a decision that could possibly boost America's economy, but could also end up polluting one of its greatest rivers. Now, every day, the water of the Standing Rock Sioux is in danger of being polluted. If the pipeline were to rupture, who will be held accountable and what will be done? Would the owners be to blame? Energy Transfer, Sunoco Logistic Partners, and Phillips 66 all co-own the pipeline. Would the blame be on President Trump, the man who approved the pipeline? Would anything be done to these people? What punishment, if any, would be handed out? The effects of a spill last a long time. The loss of the Standing Rock Sioux water is not the only problem in the event of a spill. The long-term effects of a spill are devastating. The oil can physically smother an organism. This means that the oil can affect the organism's ability to reproduce, feed, and thermoregulate. The ability to thermoregulate is to keep the body temperature in check even when the surrounding temperature is different. There is also an effect not caused directly by oil. In the process of cleanup, habitat can be destroyed by the workers. Humans are not the only ones affected by a spill. In conclusion, the risks of this pipeline outweigh the benefits. It may create jobs and income for some Americans, but it could destroy a delicate ecosystem. With a track record of the companies involved, a spill will most likely happen. If it does, it will have long-term effects that are greater than any amount of money. That is why, although the pipeline is beneficial to some, it is risky and should not be built.